Chris Algieri.
现在让我介绍一下今天能够对阵世界上最好的拳王，同时也尽了自己最大的努力进行比赛。然后他现在可以像拳王阿里、像Manny Pacquiao 一样，虽然在他的职业生涯上添加了一个失败的战绩，但是现在我们介绍 Chris Algieri。
First of all, thank you, Bob, for the introduction, and Joe, thank you as well. Thank all of you for being here right now. You know, this is now not exactly how I expected to be up here. I expected to be 21-0 at this point. I'm very disappointed, but this is boxing. Manny Pacquiao is a great champion. I said prior that it was an honor to share a ring with him, and I still feel that way. The man is, you know, he is exactly what he's billed as. He's a great champion. He's an all-time great, and he's one of the best fighters of an era. You know, you know, I'm going to take this, as Joe said, as a learning experience to pursue my own career and to get better, and to you know, to have something to look forward to and to reach out for. You know, it's been a great year. It's been a great road, and I'm really looking forward to what 2015 is holding. It you know, has ahead for me, but you know, I'm going to take the rest of this year and spend some time with my family for the holidays, and just gather my wits and get back to the drawing board and get back out there and make another run. Thank you all. I appreciate the time and the opportunity. It's been a great time here at the Manny Pacquiao and being on this promotion. So thank you all very much.
首先非常感谢在这儿我度过了非常好的时光。今天的比赛最终的结果可能与我期望的不同，但毕竟我对阵的是Manny Pacquiao， 就是这样一位世界冠军，他是一位非常厉害的世界冠军。那就像我刚才说的一样，对我而言，这是一个职业生涯的一个累积和学习。那下一步而言的话，就是我应该思考和准备如何进行下一步的职业生涯的挑战。今年非常棒。所以在今年剩下的时间，我会带上我的家人去旅行，然后呢，就是准备整个2015年的整个比赛，再做继续的准备。今天的比赛非常精彩，再次感谢大家。我在澳门威尼斯人也度过了我非常美好的时间。
Now it's a great pleasure. What we're going to do now is hear from the champion, and then. We'll open the questions to anybody up here on the dais, including the fighters. I think that'll expedite the situation. Manny Pacquiao gave a wonderful performance against a very game challenger today, and all credit is due him. He demonstrated today why the guy who was sort of obliquely referred to in the Foot Locker commercial has been reluctant to fight him. With that performance, is probably the reluctance would probably be even greater. Manny Pacquiao is a great champion. When he prepares for a fight, there's nobody that can come close to beating him. So please welcome the congressman from Sarangani, the WBO welterweight champion of the world, Manny Pacquiao.
今天 Manny Pacquiao 为我们奉献了一场非常精彩的比赛，这也是为什么他被我们称之为最棒的世界冠军。我刚才想说的是，那个 Manny Pacquiao。他现在在整个商业生涯上发展的非常顺利，他甚至一度有不想再继续那个选择拳击对阵的一个想法，但是他依然是一位最值得大家尊敬的世界冠军，所以我们现在欢迎 WBO 次轻重量级世界冠军 Manny Pacquiao。
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I would like to thank God for giving us a wonderful day and safe fight today, and all the boxers are safe. And I would like to thank to all the fans who came here to watch the fight live, to all the media and press. Because of you, we're here. Thank you so much to all your support. And of course, especially the Filipino people who came here and cheered for me. Thank you so much for everything of the prayers, the cheering, and also to my family, of course, my wife, Jinky, my father, my mother, my brothers, they are here to support my fight. So I'm so happy and very inspired before the fight because of all our support of my fans and my family. Thank you, and God bless you all.
下午好，今天是一个美妙的一天啊！感谢今天在场的所有粉丝，感谢今天在场的所有媒体和我们的朋友们，感谢你们今天对我带来的所有的支持。我也感谢我的家庭，我今天的父母、我的兄弟姐妹们都在现场。今天是我们打了一场安全的比赛啊，对我而言是非常鼓舞我。然后愿主保佑各位。
Any questions now for either fighter or anybody up on the dais? Questions?
For Chris, was it just the pressure from Manny that caused you not to be able to throw your jab with the authority that you normally do?
No, Manny utilized a great game plan. He was very difficult to keep on track. Every time I felt like I had him in the right place, he would adjust. His ability to adjust and readjust throughout the fight was very impressive. And he's a great fighter, and his experience really showed. And it was difficult, like I said, to get much steam going as he kept readjusting.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
Did you feel overwhelmed at all by the moment of the magnitude of this?
No, I actually felt it right in terms of the magnitude of the event and the crowd, and I don't think it was that. I don't think that I was taken aback by the moment. I don't want to take anything away from Manny Pacquiao. I give it to him and his skill set and what he brought to the fight tonight.
Manny, did you feel like, it's been 2009 since the knockout, and you've heard a lot of things about that, but did you feel like tonight you had that thirst for a knockout like you haven't had in a long time?
Yes, our focus is to try to finish the fight early, but we know that Algieri is very tough opponent. Even his last fight with Ruslan, he showed his toughness, and the same tonight. But I did my best, and I dropped him down many times, 6 times, and he still keep on fighting because of the toughness as a boxer.
Do you think your performance tonight has brought back the talk about a Mayweather fight to the level that you wanted it and where it was a few years ago?
It's going to fight me? Anyway, for that fight, it's a good thing that we talk about that fight. I think for me, to all the fans will deserve that fight. That's the good statement. The fans is really deserve that fight. To see that fight. And I think it's time to step up and say yes. So nothing to. People can prepare for the earlier next year.
And Lance, you talk about knockouts. Manny had 5 knockdowns tonight, 5 or 6, was it 6? 6 knockdowns tonight. That's twice the number of knockdowns that Floyd Mayweather has had in the last 12 years.
A quick question for Chris, first of all. Chris, down here in the front.
Yeah.
The general consensus is that people are a little bit critical of your performance. I'm not taking anything away from the fact that you've just gone 12 rounds with a great champion, but if you could relive the fight again, would you prefer to go out on your sword more than people talking about the fact maybe you ran too much in the fight?
I haven't seen the fight. I'm not sure exactly how it looked or how it was. You know, we wanted to be cautious early because we figured Manny was going to come out strong, and he did. And then we started to pick it up in the middle rounds. And, you know, and then I think it was about round 8, we really started to pick it up, and I got caught with a good shot. And had to readjust again and look to keep fighting and you know, look for the counter shots that they were coming. You know, once it was late in the fight, it, you know, the scores were pretty wide at that point, and I was just trying to look for you know, some good opportunities at that point. But Manny didn't give me a lot of holes. He was not reckless. He was very smart in his approach and his attack. So he really didn't leave me much to take advantage of those in those situations.
And in the 9th round, question for you and your corner really. How hurt were you in that 9th round? And also to Tim, you know, obviously we saw you there. You were at the corner, kind of urging your man on. Was there any point in the 9th round where you considered throwing in the towel or stepping in and pulling your man out of the contest?
No, there was no time where I would ever throw the towel in. The ref was doing his job. I saw Chris. Chris was hurt, but he was also coming back. I know how strong he is, and you know I know how big his heart is. It wasn't to that point yet, but we got through it.
Thank you.
Chris, over here, to your right a little bit. There you go. You slipped in Pacquiao's corner. It was called a knockdown. Did that throw you off your game at all? And what did you think about those rulings?
Yeah, at least 2 of those were slips, but it is what it is. You know, that happens in fights, and you got to really just you know, pick yourself up and get right back to work. Dwelling on something like that mid-fight is dangerous for myself. So I really just tried to put it in the back of my mind and get back to work. I don't think it really affected me, to tell you the truth. You know, I was upset at the moment, but like I said, I had to put that in the rear view and deal with what was in front of me.
Chris, as a Filipino and a New Yorker like you, I commend your fighting spirit. I have a question. Will you stay in the welterweight division now that you've tasted the ring with Manny, or will you go back to the 140-pound division and probably reclaim your belt?
You know, I'm not sure. I'm going to go back to the drawing board and talk to my people. I could have made 140 for this fight. You know, it's not an issue of where you know, I have to go, but you know, that's an option. I can go in either weight class. I wouldn't say that you know, the size of the power, you know, was the problem. It's just, you know, it's fighting Manny Pacquiao. It wasn't a weight thing. It's you know, it is what it is. But I can contest at either weight class, and I'll talk to my team, and we'll figure out the best route for 2015.
I have a question over here. Can you have a microphone over here?
Chris, obviously you were very, very confident coming into the fight. So as the fight is progressing, what concerns did you have when you realized that it wasn't going the way you wanted it, and how confusing was it to try to execute your game plan?
I don't think it was confusion. You know, it's just trying to, you know, establish the game plan. You know, that it was going well early. You know, I wanted to, like I said, slow it down in the beginning, make sure we didn't get caught with anything stupid in the beginning, and then look to pick it up as the fight went on. And I felt comfortable on the way to that. It's just, like I said, Manny's adjustments were flawless, and he's a great fighter. You know, it's just one of those things. It's a learning experience. It's not going to shake my confidence in my ability. I'm still proud of my skills. I'm just very disappointed with the way the fight went.
Bob, can you say what the next step is in regards to your attempts to making a Pacquiao-Mayweather fight?
Yeah, to answer the telephone. Simple as that. I think that fight should happen. I think the boxing fans deserve that fight. If boxing is to be considered a major sport, the fight has to happen. All the nonsense has to cease. Everybody should be working together to make that fight happen. There's no excuses anymore. None. So I'll be at the phone. Manny will be at his phone. We're ready. You saw their Foot Locker commercial. He showed you how ready he is. Anyway, it's time for us to break now and to have lunch. I want to thank, from the bottom of my heart, Sands China, the Venetian Macau, Ed Tracy.
Hey Bob, can we ask one more?
Yeah, sure.
Manny, last year after you beat Brandon Rios, you were asked about fighting Mayweather and you didn't seem to want to talk about it. Now all of a sudden you want to talk about it a lot more. Just wonder what changed from your perspective and why you're being more outspoken than you have been in the past about getting the fight.
I think it's time to say something that, like what I said, the people deserve that fight. The fans will deserve that fight. I think it's time to make that fight happen.
But just in specific, in your demeanor, you know, you didn't want to call him out last year, and in the past you didn't want to call him out. Now you're doing that. You're calling for the fight. You're making a very vocal effort to get the fight made. What changed in your mind? Do you think you just need to try a different strategy?
It's been a long time that I want that fight, but you know, I'm just the one. I think I'm just the one talking about that fight. But the other camp, they're denying. They're always denying to talk about that fight. So that's why it's better to say nothing. But now, right now, I think the fans is involved for this issue to fight with him. So I think the fight, it has to be happen because the people, the fans deserve that.
Manny, you obviously want it to happen, the fans want it to happen, but do you genuinely believe that it will happen now?
Well, for me, I want that fight happen. It depends, you know. I don't have, I'm not updated yet to, you know, to my promoter. It depends on my promoter. It's his job. My job is to prepare and to fight in the ring.
Are you already mentally preparing for Mayweather? Freddie said that your thoughts are on that.
It's been a long time.
And look, frankly, speaking for Manny, for myself, we're tired. Every place we go, they ask us, when is it going to happen? When is that fight going to be made? I mean, you cannot believe the number of times I'm questioned about this by just people, waiters, anybody, who want to know one question: when is the fight going to happen? I say enough is enough. Let's just make the fight happen. Let's get it done, and let's get it done. The next fight for each fighter, sometime in the first 6 months of next year. Now, we don't need any questions about it. That's our position, and we're going to do what we can to make it happen. I just want to, again, thank the Venetian Macau. I want to thank Ed Tracy, Scott Messenger. I mean, there's no place in the world that does it better than the Venetian Macau, that caters to the press, to the participants, to the fans. It's a pleasure for us at Top Rank to be associated with people like that. And I want to wish my American compatriots a happy Thanksgiving, and further on down the line, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah. To my African-American brothers, a glorious Kwanzaa. And to my Chinese friends, have a very lucky New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, and I will say it again. I would like to thank Algieri's CAM team, and also to all the fans, media and press all over the world. Thank you so much for all your support, and I want to thank God for everything that He give us the victory today. And all the glory and honor is belong to Jesus, our Lord. Thank you so much for everything.